Hello friends, how are you? I think you have understood chapter 1, that is life processes, chapter 2, that is control and coordination, chapter 3, that is reproduction on my channel, and you have got a lot of support and help from the discussion we had. So continuing with our syllabus, I, Rohit Kanchan, is again back to explain you another very interesting chapter, that is heredity and evolution. Okay, bachcha log. You all have seen your face? Yes. You all daily see your mother and father? Yes. So we know that we children resemble with our parents. कुछ ना कुछ हम लोगों का रिजेंबल करता है. इट मे बी हाइट, इट मे बी आई कलर, इट मे बी आई शेप, इट मे बी ईयर लोब. दिस इज बिकॉज ऑफ हेरिडिटी. So what is heredity? Transmission of characters from one generation to other is called heredity or inheritance. Yes. जो कैरेक्टर्स फादर से लेकर या मदर फादर से लेकर बच्चों में आते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज हेरिडिटी. ओके, सो ट्रांसमिशन ऑफ कैरेक्टर्स फ्रॉम वन जनरेशन टू अदर इज कॉल्ड हेरिडिटी और इनहेरिटेंस. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, today after seeing this video you will see the earlobe of your parents. Like you can see my earlobe, they are free. So the earlobe of my father or mother both will be free, or either of them have free earlobes. This is called earlobe. Now you will check your earlobe, and after seeing the video you will check the earlobe of your parents. It will resemble with one of them. Now take out your tongue, roll it. I can roll my tongue. Try yourself. So if I am rolling my tongue, so my father or mother or both can roll their tongue. This is by nature. This is not a disease or something else. This is by nature. Okay? So earlobe, rolling of tongue, these are called heredity traits, which resemble with the children and the parents. So there are number of characteristics. Now children, please note, sometimes it happens that neither the earlobe is matching nor the tongue is rolling. Now you come in tension. अरे सर ने तो कहा था कि कुछ ना कुछ मैच होगा, यहाँ तो कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा है. Don't worry. Like you can see my nose. This nose does not resemble with my father nor with my mother, but it resembles with my nana, maternal side. So there are some characteristics which can resemble from your maternal side also, that is nana, mama, or it can resemble with your paternal side, पापा की तरफ, ताऊ, चाचा, किसी से भी मैच हो सकता है. So please don't use your special brain. Something or other will match in your entire body with your parents. So am I very clear? So transmission of character from one generation to another is called heredity or inheritance. Now आप पूछ सकते हैं सर ये कौन ले जाता है नेक्स्ट जनरेशन में? तो your answer will be genes. पहनने वाली जीन्स नहीं है. This is GENE, genes. So these genes are present. कहाँ होती हैं? Genes are present on DNA. DNA बोले तो deoxy ribose nucleic acid. This is a very important structure. So genes are present on DNA. DNA is present inside chromosome. Chromosomes are present inside nucleus. and nucleus is present inside cell. Clear? So who carry these character? Genes. Where genes are present? DNA on chromosome inside nucleus, and nucleus inside cell. Now how you will define gene? So gene is a heredity unit. It is a heredity unit or segment of DNA. Yes, it is a segment of DNA which transfer characters from one generation to other. Understood? So it is a segment of DNA which transfer characters from one generation to other. So that is why there is a branch of biology known as genetics. So it is a branch of biology in which transmission of characters from one generation to another is studied, because this genetics is made from the word gene. So genetics is a branch of biology in which we study this entire heredity process. Okay children? Now there was a scientist, Gregor Johann Mendel. Gregor Johann Mendel साहब थे. He is known as father of genetics. Father का मतलब आप वो ना समझें जो आप समझते हैं. He is known as father of genetics because he was the first scientist to explain this process in detail. ये पहले ऐसे साइंटिस्ट थे जिन्होंने इस प्रोसेस को डिटेल में समझाया. किस प्रोसेस को? हेरेडिटी को. फाइन. सो नाउ लेट मी टेल यू समथिंग अबाउट ग्रेगर जोहान मेंडल. ही वाज अ प्रीस्ट. ये चर्च के अंदर एक पादरी थे, प्रीस्ट थे इन ऑस्ट्रिया. प्लीज नोट ऑस्ट्रिया, नॉट ऑस्ट्रेलिया, ऑस्ट्रिया. So he was a priest in Austria, okay, who has done maximum work in this heredity process. He has explained this process in detail. Now, he was a priest inside church, and all around church he grew pea plants. इन्होंने अपने चर्च के चारों तरफ पी प्लांट्स ग्रो कर रखे थे. नाउ यू विल आस्क व्हाई पी प्लांट? बिकॉज ही हैज डन हिज एक्सपेरिमेंट्स ऑन पी प्लांट टू एक्सप्लेन दिस एंटायर प्रोसेस ऑफ इनहेरिटेंस. So he selected pea plant for his experiment. The biological name of pea plant is Pisum sativum. Please note, Pisum sativum. Okay. अब सवाल उठा साहब, why pea? दूसरा कोई उन्हें और प्लांट नहीं मिला, पी क्यों सिलेक्ट किया? तो now listen, why pea plant? First reason, it is easy to grow. ये बहुत आसानी से ग्रो हो जाता है. Number 2, it is annual plant. Annual plant means it flowers once in 6 months. In November it starts flowering and till March it continues to give peak, and then again peak went off from the market, and then again in November it again starts flowering. Okay, so it is annual plant. Now you will ask, flowering से क्या मतलब सर? बेटा, reproductive organs of plant are present in flower. Okay children, that is why it is annual plant. So flower is essential for reproduction process. Next, it has distinct characteristics. Pea plant में distinct characteristics होते हैं. For example, if a plant is tall, it will look tall. If a plant is dwarf, it will look dwarf. No intermediate situation. बीच की स्थिति नहीं दिखेगी आपको. If a seed is round, it will look round. If it is wrinkled, it will look wrinkled. Half round, half wrinkled, not possible. So it has distinct characteristics. Next, its flower is of specific type. इसका फ्लावर एक विचित्र प्रकार का होता है. इट्स फ्लावर लुक लाइक दिस. नॉर्मली you see open flowers having exposed anther या stamen and pistil, but its flower is closed. Both stamen and pistil are present below petals. Okay, so what is the advantage of closed flower? Later in class you will study it as a clistogamous flower, which is closed. So due to this closed flower, pollen grain of another plant does not enter into this flower. Okay, so due to these 4 reasons he selected this pea plant. It is annual plant, it is easy to grow, it has distinct characteristics, and its flower is of specific type. Now, in any living being there are infinite characteristics. You cannot count any characteristic in a living being, whether it is plant, animal or human being. So pea plant is also a living being, so it has number of characteristics. So Gregor Johann Mendel Saab selected 7 characters in that pea plant to perform his experiment. ग्रेगर जोहान मेंडल साहब ने कितने कैरेक्टर्स को सिलेक्ट किया था? 7 कैरेक्टर्स टू एक्सप्लेन दिस एंटायर प्रोसेस ऑफ हेरिडिटी. ओके चिल्ड्रन, okay children, so up till now what we have discussed, Gregor Johann Mendel is called as father of genetics. Which plant he selected? Pea plant. How many characters he selected? 7 characters. And the name of those 7 characters are height of the plant, shape of the seed, color of the seed, position of the flower, color of the pod, shape of the pod, ठीक है ना, and color of the flower. So 7 characters are there. Now with the help of 7 characters in pea plant, he summarized his entire work under 3 laws of inheritance. इन्होंने पी प्लांट की मदद से 7 कैरेक्टर्स की सहायता से he formulated 3 laws of inheritance. But before studying those laws, we should know some technical words which he has used in his laws. So that is known as terminology of inheritance. If you have understood these things, तो maximum part you have understood. So first term is dominant and recessive. Okay children, now look at this. What is this? Duster. What is this? Marker or pen. Now if I place this pen in front of duster, so in front of you what is visible? Duster or pen? Duster. So in this condition, this duster is dominant and this is recessive. Like suppose you are male, so it doesn't mean that you have characters of your father. You might have characters of your mother, like I am male, so this nose is my character of mother. So this nose character is dominant in me. तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं है मेरे फादर का नोज का कैरेक्टर नहीं होगा, होगा लेकिन रेसेसिव होगा. अंडरस्टूड? पक्का? सो दोज कैरेक्टर्स विच आर विजिबल, जो दिखते हैं हमको, आर कॉल्ड डोमिनेंट कैरेक्टर्स. दे आर रिप्रेजेंटेड बाय कैपिटल लेटर्स. लाइक टॉल प्लांट को हम कैपिटल टी और कैपिटल टी से रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे. फाइन. Now, what are recessive characters? Those characters which are present, होते तो हैं, but not visible, दिखते नहीं हैं. So they are represented by small characters like dwarf, small t. Okay. So you will use the same alphabet in the second trait, that is dwarf. अगर tall में capital T है तो dwarf में आप small t ही लेंगे. You can also use capital A for tall. तो dwarf में क्या आ जाएगा फिर? small a. Clear? पक्का? So this is about dominant and recessive characters. Now अब आप कह सकते हैं साहब, sir, why you are writing 2 times t? Why you are writing 2 times small t? मजा आ रहा आपको? मजा नहीं आ रहा. Now there is a reason behind it. So actually these are called allele. Now before allele, children, tell me how many cells are there in your body? Infinite. Inside each cell, how many chromosomes are present? So your answer will be 23 pair. हमारे बॉडी में कितनी सेल है? Infinite. Inside each cell, how many chromosomes are present? 23 pair. Each cell contain 23 pair of chromosome. और याद रखना बच्चा लोग, on each chromosome, this is one chromosome, genes are present in pair. genes भी कैसे present होते हैं डीएनए के अंदर? pair में. and each pair of gene is called allele. हर एक pair को क्या कहते हैं? allele. so what is allele? Alternative pair of genes present at same position on chromosome. So actually these are genes जो pair में लिखी जाती हैं. अभी समझ में आ गया? allele क्या होते हैं? Alternative pair of gene present on same chromosome. Clear? Next term is homozygous and heterozygous. Homozygous, heterozygous. So when same type of genes are present together, it is homozygous. And when, like for example, capital T, small t, same है ना ये, इसलिए homozygous. And when different type of genes are present together, it is heterozygous. Capital T and small t. Sure? Homozygous, same type of genes are present together. Heterozygous, different type of genes are present together. Okay? Phenotype and genotype. Next terminology. Now children, tell me, suppose consider them as plants. So how many tall plants I have drawn? 3. And how many dwarf plant I have drawn? 2. कैसे पहचाना? Height देख के. तो this external character is called phenotype. Externally अगर आप देख के बता सकते हैं कि कितने प्लांट टॉल हैं, कितने ड्वार्फ हैं, that is called phenotype. And the ratio is called phenotypic ratio. उस रेशियो को हम लोग क्या कहते हैं? phenotypic ratio. Okay children? अब अगर मैं इनकी जीन्स लिख दूं, just give me 1 minute, जीन्स लिख दूं अगर इनकी, इसके ऊपर कैपिटल टी, स्मॉल टी, कैपिटल टी, स्मॉल टी, तो अभी तो आपको छोटा छोटा दिख रहा होगा. तो इधर मैंने ये जो कैपिटल टी है ये एक बार लिखा है, कैपिटल टी, स्मॉल टी 2 बार लिखा है, स्मॉल टी कितनी बार लिखा है? 2 बार. तो दिस इज कॉल्ड जीनोटिपिक रेशियो. So these are actually genes. So 1:2:2 is genotypic ratio. So phenotype, external characters, the ratio on the basis of phenotype is called phenotypic ratio. Genotype means genes present in an individual and the ratio is called genotypic ratio. F1 and F2 generation. F1, you are the F1 generation of your parents. जी हाँ, F1 generation है आप पेरेंट्स की. And you are the F2 generation of your grandparents. आप अपने दादा दादी या नाना नानी की F2 generation है. तो वही मैंने लिखा है बेटा, generation obtained by parents is called F1 generation and generation obtained by F1 parents, मतलब आपसे आगे चलकर जो जनरेशन आएगी that will be F2 generation of your parents. So this is the terminology which was used by Gregor Johann Mendel in his laws. Now children, we will discuss laws of inheritance.